Hello everyone and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put a steering servo in your Traxxas TRX-4M. This is the new Traxxas 2265 middle gear servo. This was just released this year. So we're going to do a install video and then test this out and see if the new servo is really worth it. Let's get to it. To do a steering servo in these is super simple. Obviously we have to remove the body and set that aside. We're also going to pop the strap and pull the battery out of here. So the servo itself has two bolts on the top, right here and right here. And then we have our steering horn here on the bottom. That's pretty much it for the hardware that has to be removed. And then we're going to have to cut some zip ties and fish the wiring out. That goes back to the ESC receiver unit. So the first part of this is I'm going to flip the car upside down and remove this bolt here. If you have a ball head 2mm driver, that's better. I have a standard one here. But we can just get in there and get that screw out. It's going to be a little tight with the axle in the way, but you can definitely get in there. Cool. That's the screw for that. We'll set it aside. Now onto the two screws on the top here. These are 1.5mm head screws. All right, with those three bolts undone, the servo will lift out of the top. And I have to wiggle the horn off at the same time. There we go. So this is the servo out of the vehicle. We're now going to need to cut at least one zip tie, if not two zip ties here, to get the servo wiring harness out. We can go ahead and unplug our servo. It's going to be the black wire here, not the blue one. And we're going to have to fish this all the way back out of the car. I'm having some trouble getting this through the battery tray with the way the wires are laid out here. So we're going to go ahead and take our 1.5 and just loosen up the battery tray here for a little more clearance. Great. All right. And that is the servo out of the car. On a lot of these cars, I've done plenty of servos on for customers, and I've been able to fish the wire out without removing the battery tray. But the way these are laid out, this wire here was not allowing me to get enough space to get the plug out of the factory servo wire. I'm just going to run these two screws back down in here loosely, just so I don't lose them, and so the battery tray doesn't fall out of the car. So that'll sit like so. This next step is important to do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my controller. I'm going to plug the battery into the car. And I'm going to plug the servo into the servo slot. I'm then going to put that to the side. Go on my controller. Make sure this is as centered to 0 as possible to make sure that the servo is dead center before installation. This usually isn't a problem these days, but I have had servos where they come out of the box clocked to one side. So if you forget to do this and you go install it, your servo horn might default off, say 15 degrees, in which case it'll be hard to use the controller to get it perfectly centered without popping the horn back off. So the servo is now centered. I can go ahead and unplug the battery and go ahead and unplug the servo and turn off my controller. I am now going to install the servo into the car before doing the wiring harness. Because I did not remove the axle or anything else under here, this kind of has to be done in one motion where the servo has to go down into the car, and I'm going to put the servo horn on at the same time. It's going to be a little bit tricky to do it this way, but it will make it so that I have to remove less pieces. So let's drop this down into here. Give it a little space. Try to get the wheels as straight as possible. And put the horn on the servo as we drop it in. So the horn is now on. The servo is all the way down into the mount. I'm going to go ahead and put this screw on first. With the servo not attached, it'll give me a little bit more forgiveness. So we're going to go ahead and push back on this a little bit and get that started. Cool. All right. I'm going to take the 1.5 head screws here and install the servo screws on the top. The good thing about this servo is that it says specifically, because it's a factory Traxxas component, it will work with the stock servo mount. Some of the aftermarket servos, like if you're going with an Eco Power one, do require you to change the servo mount along with the servo itself, but not in this case. So we're going to go ahead now and reroute these wires back. See, can I get this through? Yeah, I can get that through without needing to remove the battery tray. So now I can just snug those down. Pull this up. Try to make sure everything's not twisted. Cool. I go back in its little mount here. Great. And then this can go here. And then I'll just snug up these screws here. Beautiful. And that is it. So the last step here is going to be locating yourself some zip ties and just reclamping the wires. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then let's give it a little test. So the new servo works fantastically. What doesn't work fantastically is forgetting to take the trailer hitch off and having it hang up and absolutely everything. But steering-wise, it is great. It steers way faster than stock and definitely noticeably more power than stock. Even these tires are smaller than the factory Defender tires that you would normally get on this model. And the stock servo always just feels kind of sluggish and so definitely recommend the upgrade. 50 bucks, pretty much standard price for any good servo in that range. Yeah, definitely 100% notice the speed is a huge difference, which I know is not like the thing you necessarily want in a rock crawler. You want the torque, but you're getting both of those things with the servo. And it's nice that it fits in the stock housing without having to change like the Eco Power. You need to get their Eco Power servo mount to get it to fit. So very cool, easy to put in. So I hope that part of the video is helpful for you guys, whether you're buying this servo or another one. And yeah, these little trucks are great. So this is definitely a cool upgrade, a very needed upgrade for these little things. And I can't wait to actually get it out there and try it on a lot of other rock crawler courses. So in the future, I will make some more videos with the TRX-4M. So don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. I would definitely appreciate that. And I hope to see you guys on the next one.